Today, I am going to be predicting my final card for WrestleMania 41. Everybody's doing it. I wanted to do it. I just couldn't come up with a card because this is more complicated than it looks. And this is coming from someone who should be writing the shows.
We should have you writing the show.
Well, I'm going to clip that. I try to put them on a night. I am not cemented on the night I put these matches at, but I did give it some thoughts to match 1 and 2, and then main event of each night. Okay, so I'm gonna give you my matches on what day I think they go on. I'm gonna start night per night, and I'll give you my train of thought behind it because some of the stories are not really clear yet. Some people I put in there just because I didn't want to leave them off the card. Like, there's a lot of things that we don't know where they're headed, and there's some things that they just need to make the match because they seem kind of obvious. So let's get into it. But before I do all of that, please hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get a notification every time I upload a video like this. This video is going to be uploaded in Español también for those who need it in Spanish. You get a notification whenever I go live. I do live watch-alongs for Raw, NXT, SmackDown, AEW, TNA now. You never know when I'm going to pop up, go live, and watch some wrestling with you. So hit the notification bell so you can come hang out with me and the community. We have an awesome community. We have a great time when we watch wrestling. Let's get into it. Night 1, WrestleMania 41. Let's start with a match we already know is happening. I don't think this match is main eventing. I think there are bigger stories to tell. And I know that this match is already happening. So I think, even though he won the Royal Rumble, I don't think he's gonna main event. However, my personal belief is that the opening of a show is as important as the closing. And what a better way to open up WrestleMania than with a eating party. It's just me, Us, day one. And I think night 1 opens with Jey Uso versus Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. Everybody eating with Jey, especially if he wins, which he should, because if he doesn't, I don't even know what we're doing here. So I think that's how we're going to open up WrestleMania night 1. I think we're going to start with a banger, and I think we're going to close with a banger. I think night 1 is going to be probably better than night 2, but that's just my speculation based on this card that is going to be not accurate at all. Match number 2. Hear me out. Why are my lights flickering when nothing is flickering in here? Match number 2 tends to be a banger. It's happened throughout the history of WrestleMania. So I'm like, okay, well, what can we put in after a great eating party on night 1 that's going to keep the people invested? And that's going to be Randy Orton versus Kevin Owens. This rivalry has been going on for a while. We have seen Randy trying to punt the shit out of Kevin Owens. Will he get to do it here? And how does that make him a good guy? I don't know, but I think that should be a good grudge banger match to follow up that. I put 2 women's matches per night. So number 3 for night 1, I put a women's United States Championship match between Chelsea Green and my girl Zelina Vega. I think they both deserve to be on WrestleMania. They're kind of teasing that. I think the brand new titles should be on the WrestleMania card just to establish the importance of these championships. So I put that in there. They're kind of teasing it. I can easily see them putting this on the SmackDown WrestleMania, but I have to come up with 7 matches per night. I put it in there. It's my fantasy card, okay? I can book whoever I want in it. Up next, I have a multi-man, probably a ladder match. I think it will be a fun ladder match based on what they teased on Friday SmackDown in Barcelona and other people that probably deserve to be there. I have a multi-man ladder match for the United States Championship, and I have LA Knight, Carmelo Hayes, Jacob Fatu, Jimmy Uso, Shinsuke Nakamura, Braun Strowman. Maybe we can throw Andrade in there if necessary, but these are the people that seem to be in the story. Melo is featured on a weekly basis. He kind of been staying away from the United States Championship, but they feature him heavily on TV. And before we saw Shinsuke kind of go at it with Priest and Drew, he did ask for his rematch, so that's why I added Shinsuke and Carmelo Hayes to the little back and forward that we saw go on between these men on Friday. Up next, I have Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. It's a grudge match. They're teasing it. You know for certain it's going to happen, basically, based on what they're giving us on TV. So I put Damian Priest and Drew McIntyre here. Up next, I put for the women's WWE Championship. We already know it's happening, but I did make it a triple threat. I think that's the direction that this match is going, and that is Bianca Belair, the Elimination Chamber winner, against the current champion, Io Sky, with the addition of Rhea Ripley. Rhea Ripley's not missing WrestleMania. They are teasing a triple threat here, so I do think that's how it's gonna go. And I think the main event of night one is gonna be a triple threat match between CM Punk, Seth freaking Rollins. Oh wait, he's not freaking anymore according to the internet. So Seth Rollins and my tribal chief, my OTC Roman Reigns, because there's no way Roman is not main eventing. Whether it's night one, Roman has to get a main event. And those three names right there, those are superstar power that should be fighting for a champion, but here we are main eventing night one. All right, great. That is my night one. Let me know your night one predictions down below in the comment section. Let's move on to night two, because we're gonna open up with a match that heat up. If the Royal Rumble winner for the men open night one, why can the women's Royal Rumble winner open night two? And that is Charlotte Flair versus Tiffany Stratton. I love what they did with them on Friday. They started to heat up. They noticed that, hey, some of these women are like stealing the show from us. This is a dream match. I am a big fan of both of them. I'm excited for this match. So I wouldn't mind seeing it. I wouldn't mind seeing it open night two. For number two, remember what I told you earlier, always tends to be a banger. So here I put AJ Styles versus Logan Paul. I've been telling you guys, if we can look past the fact that we don't like Logan Paul, I think in-ring AJ Styles and Logan Paul can put on a freaking banger. And I am actually looking forward to it in-ring wise, right? Third match of the night, I have the SmackDown Tag Team titles. I don't know if it's a ladder match. I don't know if it's a multi-tag team match, whatever. But I do have your brand new champions, the Street Profits, against DIY, against the Machine City Motor Guns, against Pretty Deadly, against Los Garza. I think these boys have been busting their asses to make the tag team division matter on SmackDown. I don't think both set of tag teams are going to be a part of WrestleMania, but I can see this being a part of it. I don't think any other tag team is a part of WrestleMania. Not the women's, not the Raw. Up next, another grudge match that we're looking forward to is Naomi versus Jade. We're invested. We want to see them go one-on-one, and we want to see it happen on the biggest stage of them all. Naomi versus Jade. Give it to me at WrestleMania. Here, this next one is the Intercontinental Championship, and we have seen Dominic being super nice trying to get Finn this match. I feel like this is leading to something, so I made this a triple threat between Braun Breaker, Finn Balor, and Dominic Mysterio. I don't think Dominic should be left out of the card. I think he's killed it this year, so I had to find a place to fit him in there. And the way that he's treated Finn, and he was so nice about getting him this match against Braun, which is coming up this week at some point, I believe. I don't know when I'm uploading this. So I can see this turning into a triple threat for the IC title. Banger. Up next, I didn't know what to do with this one. I know that Raquel just beat Bayley for the number one contender spot, but this is really a wild guess, throwing it at the wall and see if it sticks. I made it a fatal four-way for the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and I have Bayley versus Raquel versus Liv versus Lyra. I don't think that Liv and Raquel, at least Liv, I don't think that Liv should be left out of the card, but I just don't see any action happening with the women's tag team. The only other legit tag team just broke up, which was Naomi and Bianca. And you're not going to, I refuse to believe that after the year that Liv has, she's not going to be on WrestleMania. So maybe this is the way to get her in there. And of course, the main event for WrestleMania Night 2 is going to be Cody Rhodes versus John Cena for the WWE Undisputed title. That is what I came up with. I try my best. I would enjoy this card. You know, some matches are going to feel a little thrown together, but some of them I feel like they have worked very hard. Actually, I don't even think they're thrown together. This Zelina Vega has, since she come to SmackDown, she's been having these interactions with Chelsea. And I think the only ones that kind of feel thrown together, honestly, is the IC title matches. And it's because they don't really have a clear direction right now, and I don't see them being left out of the card. So that's the best that I can come up to. Let me know in the comments down below, what do you think of my card? Do you like it? Do you fuck with it? Do you not fuck with it? And your predictions. Let me know how you will book WrestleMania Night 1 and Night 2. I will be looking at your comments. I want to see what fantasy booking you can come up with. All right, babes. Until next time. I can't believe WrestleMania is like right around the corner. Adiós.